Israel. Malina dekat skandal site kedua emit mati. Zamil Azim. Okay. Kejap okey, 2050 lah. Nanti ya, kita tunggu lagi. Amira. Afikah. investment. Aisyah mungkin. Ya. 10:30 kita start lah. 10:30 lah. Banyak ramai lagi yang belum masuk ni.
Boleh.
Okay. 10:30 sharp lah. Let's start. So yang lain tu boleh. Ready. Oh. Dah ada 60 ada. Start. Open. Okey, makan ya. Okey. Siti Nur Aliza. Okay, another 2 minutes to go. We can start. Okay, 10:30 already. Okay, we can start now, as promised. Okay, everybody ready? We can start now. Okay, Madam
Ready.
is up in the queue. Is right. Okay, we start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi yassir wa la tu'assir Rabbi atmi bil khair. Allahumma faqihna fid din wa 'allimna bitaqwi. Allahumma inna nas'aluka ilman nafi'a wa rizqan tayyiba wa amalan mutaqabbala. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera and very good morning to everybody. And sure, after last week class, then we're going to proceed to the next class. So, okay, we have another two left topic to talk about entrepreneurship, technology, entrepreneurship, and the issues now. Of course, for anyone who want to go, want to venture, there is always a case that they have to get, or in other words, they have to know the business is going to be financially strong, strong, and the strong, whether the organization is going to be strong, it depends how healthy is the organization, and the healthy organization so much depend also on the finance aspect. And today aspects, of course, is about financing. Financing, of course, there is a lot of financing available, and there is a way to be creative to get financing. There are, if you know that there are those people who start the business with a creative financing, but we're not going to talk about creative financing. But there are ways that someone can start with a creative financing. Bila today we aspect of technology, someone of those can start with business. Okay. Before I go further, so if I were to want to ask you, definitely, if you in a group want to do the blueprint and venture into any business, very basic question, that you people or the venture capitalists, whoever, who want to invest, or you yourself, you want to find out, you want to know how much it costs to run the business or to start the business. What's the cost project? Definitely, you can give the answer, but the answer normally from throughout my experience is not going to be definite. They are not going to be precise. it has to be precise, because when we talk about money, even to the point is cent is also counted when we talk about money. So even though we cannot just, we cannot just say that we can do the rough estimate. There must be a system. There must be a system way to calculate or to determine the cost involved in starting out any business. So we can guess, but the truth is, of course, when we guess, it's not just based on the fact, because anything to do with the finance is always based on facts and figures, facts and figures. And but also at the same time, because when people want to manage a finance organization, they have to manage it like the concept of management. They have to manage it not only efficient but also have to manage effectively. Efficient is one thing, and efficient you can dig up. That is to make two things very different. What efficient and effective. Okay, effective. Okay. Um, so for today, we expect on the way maybe I can talk and we can browse through there are so many up to date sources of financing available in the market today. And for today, I think I'll make use of the yang standard ni. But of course, it's going to be different from what I'm. But then the content is sama, content sama. So we are going to talk about this under module 8 on financing. So you have done the part. Someone who want to start to launch, definitely they're going to ensure they have enough financing. They have enough financing. So that's why we talk about used to hear those who are running a business. Ask you people used to ask, like I mentioned, what is the cost? What is the startup cost? What is the cost to start your own business? Can you give the answer? Definitely, I'm sure you have to rely on so many information, the information that you have together. Okay. So before we talk about the detail about this, I'm going back to the dia punya slide. Let's okay. Okay. Kita keluar sini. Mana tak pakai? Kita be patient, hold on. Online. Okay. Alright. Okay. So everybody, saya tak tahu, dah ada dah slide on ni?
Ada.
Okay Tapi financing pembiayaan teknologi ventures venture is a business the business or the startup. So some of those in fact you do not realize they are maybe they are not creative enough, they are not proactive enough to look about the financing available in our country. There are those people who grab the opportunity to start, because the issue is if your project is good, it's not the issue of financing. In fact, those people already realize even those certain idea which is even though it looks like not good academically, but in real business sometimes it turns out to be very, very good. Sometimes also the professor also don't know, they don't know the reality, because never one can predict the future. Like what happened today, no one know that we're going to face the difficulty like having the COVID today, okay, right? And we cannot deny it. There are people those are in business affected by it, and there are those people who capitalize and who get benefit from today. It depends on how people perceive, how people look about situation. Okay, this financing is aspect is of course to get us exposed to how we're going to finance to going to finance our ventures or your ventures lah. And okay, if someone do not involve in a venture, in start a business venture, maybe they just ignore this case. But those who really want to go for it, they have to, in other words, have an understanding that there is always financing available in the market today. Okay, all right. Okay, we start with this topic, financing technology ventures. You all dapat color juga kah? Look,
Nampak.
dia pakai yang color lah. Ada yang slide yang macam biasa tak color, tapi saya dah rasa tak seronok tak pakai tak color. I use the color one. Okay. Alright, the content is the same lah. Alright, the one that I'm going to share with you, sama lah content ini, cuma ni this is different color sikit lah. Okay. Alright, as an introduction. The technology venture can only grow as fast as capital allows. That means if the company is small and they're not doing, they're not invest a lot, or they're not going to spend a lot because they're still small, or they're just started. Maybe they're going to need less capital. But if the company keep on growing and growing to be grow very fast, definitely it goes parallel with the capital. You need more capital. The faster that they grow, of course, the more that you need more capital. Okay, capital modal lah. Of course, in real case, when we talk about modal, there is two different. With capital is what? It's what the entrepreneur own lah, or in this case, entrepreneur or the owner. When we talk about business, there must be owner. Owner can be shareholders. Shareholder is owner. Okay. Ada yang datang belakang ni. I have to go down. Okay. Alright. So when we talk about capital in business, we talk about what actually in the business, what the company own or what the owner own. Other than capital, normally we used to have a asset. Asset is about what the company own. With capital, what the company owe. What you call it? What the owner own it's different. But asset what the company own. Okay, off and own. OWE off. Off different. Own. I mean content. Sorry. I missed it. Okay. Generally, capital can be obtained from at least 3 categories. Okay. Ni ada yang masuk lah. There's no way shortcut kita nak buat kena visa. Okay, alright. Generally, in general lah, we talk about general capital, modal lah, can be obtained from at least 3 categories of resources. Category of resources. Either solely, from your own lah, from one person alone, solely, or combination of these 3. It can be, you look here, that we're going to discuss, can be from the entrepreneur own resources, from their own resources. If you have saving, if you have whatever lah, you have your own money, money can be your own asset, whatever. That is one way of one of the sources of capital. Okay, and other than that, it's also what you call it, resources from other externals, investors. There may be other people, especially for the other people who are interested in your business. They're willing to invest in your business, so they're going to put your money there, and of course for some return. Okay. Okay. And there are also couple of numbers of scheme available by for the government to finance any technology ventures in the form of what? It can be in the form of pinjaman loans, it can be in form of grants, and it can be in the form of venture capital. Venture capital ni we call it modal troca lah. Okay. Eventually, internally generated revenue will provide the operating capital. So, for those who start and they know that it's very hard to get other people's money, but there are cases when we talk how you going to start the business. Say for own money and other people's money, or you people use it in short, they pay OPM. OPM stand for what? Other people's money. So, okay. I mean, your own capital is we talk about does investment. Some of this grow internally, internally. I mean, generate from the internal. That's That's why we mentioned it. Eventually, internally generated revenue will provide the operating capital for the ventures. I think if we can use the very simple analogy about this, how people generate revenue. If I have what I can say, let's say if you start the business with 500 for day one, if anything you buy or what you have a product and that was 500, you want to sell what? If you want to sell, of course you're going to sell more. And at the end, the bottom line is what you want to get the profit. If you get the profit of 20% of 500, so at the end of the day, if you sell the product on that particular day, so with a capital of 100, you buy a product. So at the end of the day, how much the capital accumulated, of course it goes to what? Another 20%, which means 20% of 500, what? How much that? Is 100. So at the end of the day, so from 500, the money internally generated with 30%, another 30%, which is equal to 100. 100. So at the end of the day, the amount is now is what? Is 600. That 600 is the net. Is the net worth. Is the net worth of the day after 500. Again 20%. So the following day, that 600 is if we convert into goods or whatever material product you want to sell, that 600 you sell. Let's say assume the status quo, the profit remain as 20%, 20% margin, 20 only margin. So how much the profit for that for next day? Next day is what? Next day is what? Is 20% of 600 is 120. So 120 plus 600 is going to what? For second day, is going to be what? 600 plus 120 is going to 720. So imagine, from day one is only start with the 500. The day two with a profitable business or ventures or product is going to be 700. So you earn already 120. So if you keep on going, let's say you test third day how much with a 20% margin and 4 day, imagine. So you get very, very much. That's why those people who are in the business sometimes they do not realize they're really making money. So they're really making money because they keep on investing. But that is the case of those people reinvest. Ini yang kita faham internally generated revenue. That means we keep on investing in the business. Ini kita kalau dalam bahasa finance kita panggil, dalam bahasa agriculture kita panggil duit yang ada kita plow back. We plow back, we reinvest balik dalam business. Hello, everybody boleh follow tak? Boleh nampak?
Boleh.
Boleh faham? Okay, you understand lah? Okay. That's what I mean. Eventually, internally generated revenue will provide the operating capital for the ventures. So itu yang kata dia grow from the internal funding. Walaupun start semua, sesuai kita pernah dengar kan, dia dapat modal 500 lah. Kalau kita cakap even yang besar-besar organisation yang ada hari ni pun, kalau kita dengar balik, HP ke BJ ke, dia start with 500 lah. Tapi memang dia punya very focus, they are very disciplined, they are very good in managing their finance. They make ensure that the business turn out to be profitable first and growing first, then baru they take over. That's why there's a lot of sacrifice there. For those who want to do business, normally they need to sacrifice. Namun kalau kena pada tempatnya, of course, but kena tempat ni, they're going to be very rich, very fast. And very fast. So imagine lah kita ambil analogi dari 500, dia tu dah increase to 720. Kalau kira in terms of return, it's going to be, it's the tremendous return. Lalu kalau orang invest hari ni kata dalam apa-apa pelaburan 500, setahun berapa? Habis-habis 4%. Yang ASB baru ni 5%. Kalau 5% setahun, setahun 500 kan? ASB berapa? 5% kan? 4.25 dengan 0.7. Betul lah? ASB baru ni. Ada siapa mesti ada yang ada invest dalam ASB kan? Okey. Jadi kalau 5% of 500 berapa? Kita buat dulu. 5%, mana 35? 35 ringgit kan? Betul lah? 35 ringgit. 5% 25 lah. Jadi kalau 5 itu 1 year, after 360 days, if you invest dalam not in business, in a mutual fund, itu macam mutual fund lah. Everybody semua inject duit kat situ. So 25 ringgit untuk 1 year. Sampai tak ada orang yang buat business, 500 kalau 20% profit in 2 days berapa? 100, bukan 100, 500 to 70, 220 in 2 days. You nampak tak orang bisnes macam mana dia make it profit? Boleh tak? Realize tak? Tapi sebenarnya dia orang tak sedar lah. That's why dalam bisnes ni memang dianjurkan, really is orang yang buat bisnes kita nampak macam tak ada apa je. Even yang buat kereta macam tak ada apa. But at the end of the day, kalau as long as business to make profit, sooner or later, if they are very disciplined about managing their punya finance, later on they're going to be very rich. Because kita semua dah akui 90-10 daripada rezeki. Kalau dalam entrepreneurship ni, dia banyakkan ni dalam bisnes. Sekarang kita dah pakai analogi, simple analogi lah kan. Kalau mana Allah kan, ataupun Tuhan kita nak turunkan rezeki, kalau ada peluang katakanlah abad peluang nak direbut ada 1 million punya opportunity, 1 million, siapa yang dapat dulu? 90% of course those are in business. Those are, I mean, that's why they all keep on rich because rich. Okay, but they keep working lah, definitely keep on working. Kita dah dengar apa, the risk involved. Okay, the next, sorry, dia punya. Okay. Availability of finance is a key factors. Itu kami. Is a key factors in the development of new technology-based ventures. So this kita kena set a mind. But of course there is a challenge. But whatever it is, we have to bear, set a mind. We cannot take for granted. But there is always ways and means to settle whatever issues pertaining to financing, because we know that there is a process involved, in developing new technology base. Okay, that's why financing is another aspect. So because we have to understand one of the issues of any business to keep on running or run business, because is to settle. One big problem is what? Lack of capital. Lack of capital sebenarnya satu isu. Kajian banyak dah dibuat. Lack of kajian. But for those who are really take the challenge, either there is an issue, but it's not. There is an opportunity. There's an opportunity around it. Okay. Nuzul ID. Okay, Nuzul ID. Okay. We are moving forward ni. Okay. the availability of finance. Masih lagi with the finance. Okay. So, however, entrepreneurs or technopreneurs with the technology-based ventures, like case you all lah, saya assume you ni mana walaupun not, but because kita ni dalam konteks, we can assume you play the role of technopreneurs with it, because you come up with a technology-based product, and so the business is technology-based ventures lah. There are so many challenges to get financing for financing in their startup. And why that? Of course, the risk there is very high normally. Okay, there are the entrepreneurs. We have said the fact lah. With the technology-based ventures can face major challenges for financing the startup. If I ask you, definitely you already know lah. We have learned before, or we already get involved. It's not that easy. It's not that easy to make those the customer demand or whatever lah, the risk that involved in coming in a new product that you develop. Okay, financing the startup and operating capital needs of these ventures. Okay, because we're talking about to start and to run the business continuously, operating capital needs, because their business, when we start, it's not just to start, but to keep the business going. That is what of course, the concept of business, that should be the positive aspect of business. When we start the business, we assume that it's going to continuously survive, unless there are very different cases that we have to withdraw it. Okay. Why? What are the changes? Since investment in technology ventures carry significant risk. Significant risk. What are the risks? We're talking about the 3 risks that we mentioned last time, and there are other risks involved. Okay, there are risks within your control, within the entrepreneur control. There are risks cannot be controlled, or those beyond our control, beyond the entrepreneur control. Like COVID is beyond the control, but those unnecessary investment, something that is within your control. We talk about, and you can think of what are those risks that within your control, and what are the risks that beyond our control. You can do your homework about it, because investment that you mentioned carry significant risk. Yang kita mention itu tadi hanya 3 je lah. Okay. Alright, and the investors especially on returns on investment, because kalau apa-apa, kalau kita invest, whoever want to invest, very simple lah. If you want to invest in SB or tabung haji, what do you expect? You expect, of course, what are the return? Apa pulangan dia? Pulangan dia, of course, normally we used to measure that we used to know. We want to know how much the percentage or the percent given for our investment. Okay, 10%, 20%, whatever we invest, we expect more. Of course, investors' expectation on return can be very high, because we talk about the relationship between risk and the return. Of course, for those who want to invest those venture which is of course high risk. Risk meaning, of course, they will expect those ventures can give more return. Ini the idea. Okay. Whatever it is, you want to get financing, you have to highlight, or you have to know, despite the risks involved, can you offer, or can you can the technology-based produce high returns, high return on investment. Okay. It is important that, as part of the business blueprint, if you want, you will refer back to your blueprint, the format they have given you. So at the end of this, as part of the business blueprint, the entrepreneurs identify, uh, identify and quantify their financing need. I mean, they have to clearly lah, clearly what we call it, identify and or quantify. Quantify mean, okay, let's say, what are those expenses or expenditure need to be need for this particular ventures, and how much. So that's why we have to. It's important the need of the dalam blueprint or business plan, whatever lah. Entrepreneur have to clearly, or they have a solid knowledge of what what kind of expenditures and how much of this expenditure, so that they know they will know how to match, or they will have to know what kind of financing they want to get it. So for the need for financing, they will need financing for many reasons. Kenapa kita perlukan finance? Caranya macam kita hidup lah. Kenapa kita I mean, definitely in our real life kita boleh someone in business, you know that of course, to start something you definitely have to get involved financing. So in the case of technology ventures, like I mentioned before, why you need financing? Because definitely to start a business, you know, you have to spend a lot of money maybe for the initial investment, meaning that the startup cost. So the question is, we need financing because you need the financing to finance those startup costs. What are the costs involved in starting up the business? So in the initial investment, normally to determine the part of the typical expenses, general expenses involved in initially in running in start the business. It includes those costs happen one time, startup cost berlaku ni sekaligus je, sekaligus saja. Of course, like people know that those one of the example of the cost is R&D cost. R&D cost kalau lama saya kata dulu, but lama you spend time on developing the product, I think it's going to be more lah, involve more cost. But anyhow, before you asking for financing, you have to make sure what is your one-time startup cost. Start cost is ni kita panggil macam belanja hangus lah. Belanja hangus. So that is a investment. Investment once or whatever. Even all small thing as mentioned here need R&D. Let's say the R&D cost. Some of those spend a lot. A lot when you know when you do the NPD, it looks like what you are doing. You need there's a cost involved in it. Okay, R&D cost, and even incorporation to register. If someone want to start a business, they need money to incorporate. Incorporate to legally register the business. And some of those when we cost, if we break down the cost, what is the among the one-time startup cost? What is the one-time? It can be R&D tadi, cost, incorporation cost. Even some of those, if happen that you're going to, let's say, rent the building instead of having one, but you need to pay the rental, and the rental include maybe you have to pay in lump sum the deposit. Even of course, if certain place that you rent, you need the utility, you need to pay utility. That is only one time. Belanja, saya kata belanja yang sekaligus je. And maybe you need to spend on the fixtures and equipment, whatever equipment, equipment that is necessary in any business. but it's not necessary, and initial can be costly. Some orders they are improvised whatever because they want to incur incur more costs involved in running starting up the business. It can be creative lah. Okay, they use whatever have. Even some organization we use to hear that they're going to renovate their office or all to make sure that it's a renovation is a need for those certain business. Ini salah satu lah. That is the unique financing. Why? What are the reason why you need financing? You need to know or to determine the startup cost. Okay. And other than cost, if you already notice here, beside one time for the investment, so there is only one time in any business to keep running the business. You need to have what we call it initial working capital, or mungkin bahasa mudah kata initial day-to-day punya expenses. Sama lah. Kita tengok kalau you as a student, you have to have money for deposit only, ataupun you ada duit untuk beli motor or whatever. But at the same time, of course, the initial capital for day-to-day, for the business, maybe they need to buy the inventory or materials, or to pay the rent. If the rent will be a rental, like what, to keep on the business going, whether COVID or not COVID, then you have to pay the rent, and you have to pay the utility. This is another part. Issue now, can you imagine? Someone, if you know that they have a one-time startup cost, if they want to start, if they do not have fund for this, they cannot go on. If they have this, to ensure they keep the business running, they have to have another capital. We call it initial working capital, or maybe kita panggil apa? Monthly expenses ataupun day-to-day punya expenses in the business. Okay, that is first. Another reason for the why you need the financing is there is always case any business that there is of fluctuation of revenue over expenses. The revenue is shortfall. At one time, and those are in business, they may have problem of they have more what we call it more revenue than expenses, or maybe in the case that they spend more but less. Whatever it is, even the business becomes profitable, whether like it or not, the entrepreneur will have to pay. If they get something from the suppliers, I mean those whoever supply lah, material whatever to the company, they have to pay it. That means they need financing. Otherwise, what happens if they do not pay? Of course, they're going to be in trouble to do business when they're paying others. You cannot do longer. Maybe there is no peace of mind in someone running the business without paying the others, especially where you promise you pay on time to the supplier, but you do not fulfill it. That's very bad image. Because in business, we talk about image. Also, when you spoil the image of your business, people do not trust anymore. But what does contribute to the image? Of course, you have to pay it on time. In order to be high, you can ensure you have you need the finance. That is the issue of shortfall or revenue over expenses. And of course, fixed cost of running the business. You need to pay those fixed costs. There is cost variable, cost yang berubah in business. But ada cost fixed, especially if you already committed. You already rent the building, or you already employed the workers, or whatever it costs. That is already there. Whether the business make a profit or not, you need the capital. Otherwise, maybe you're running a fund to pay those permanent employee if you engage, and they will run away. Okay, so you need the capital for this, but to solve the problem of shortfall of revenue over expenses. And there are cases also you need financing. Issues of the fixed asset. We know that when you buy suatu fixed asset machine, they're going to be obsolete soon or break down, whatever, right now, and can no longer be used. Then of course the issues of to replace or the asset as fixed asset ni harta lah. What we mean to asset, what the company, but fixed asset something asset yang apa lah, we can see, we can touch it lah. Contoh whatever lah, dalam business ada asset yang ada machine, ada furniture, all this or whatever lah, furniture and fixtures, whatever. So that is a investment. So you have to put aside lah to put aside or to get money if the issue like what the fixed asset like say break down or become obsolete. And entrepreneurs will have to invest in new fixed asset. So invest, you need the finance. You need the finance. Okay. And another aspect is growth. I mentioned expansion of current operation, naming additional costs. So some of those keep on spending on advertising because they want to grow. Because they understand very well there is a relationship between advertising and the company, the growth of the company. So they are going to spend, okay, to spend more, and before realizing that they get what they get from spending on advertising, they have to pay. So to grow, that means you need more capital, you need more finance. Okay, let's say a payroll, or you engage more people to grow. Maybe you're going to employ or engage more people, or you want to store. Maybe this business at one moment you only determine based on what order, but up to a certain point maybe you need to store. Like okay, that's why warehousing business or those bonded warehousing keep growing, because those business online they need the warehouse where to store this whatever product. Okay. And those when you want to grow, they keep on doing the R&D, research and development. So you need the capital for that. You need the finance for this. Okay, that is among the reason. 1, 2, 3, 4. The reason why you need what? You need financing. Okay, what are the methods of financing? The choice of financing method is an important determinant of whether an idea can reach the market quickly and successfully. So people have choice. Those who want to when you can use several methods. Okay, so method that we're going to discuss here. Very to determine whether you can reach or not the market. Very simple. In one aspect, at that certain stage, you need the money. If you don't have it, then you cannot get, or you cannot access to the fund. Maybe you can go and start very fast. You need the financing. So the choice. So that's why okay, the nature and sources of finance for technology ventures will vary. It's not going to be very static. Will vary. It will be different through development. You will understand that, of course, the process to develop business for the technology ventures is going to be different from those normal business, because we know that, of course, if you study NPDs, new product development, the project you have done, there is going to be different process and now, of course, for every process is not you need to spend some or to spend on the work. You have to acquire financing at the reasonable price, because managing the finance, of course, you have to ensure you get the financing at the reasonable price and reasonable cost, and of course you have to ensure to invest it to get the high return or get a return. Okay, and we're going to discuss there are different stages of business development process. Okay, because from that we know that ada different sources. We have to match sesuai dia. under what business development process, it looks like the general way of this process, they need a certain type of financing. So the financing of this process requires a series of objections. So if we understand the process, okay, there will be money needed, and that is issue what we always use the money be injected ataupun capital injection ada suntikan duit lah for every process. We have to understand dalam technology ventures, they're going to get to finance the whole lump sum. They're going to look through for every business development, so to know that to match with the different type of pricing. So, and failure to finance adequately, any part of the process. If we go discuss after this, what are the different processes? So we have to ensure that different part of the process may need different financing. If we fail to do that, it may cause business to fail. That's why we have to open up our mind. In the mind, we cannot just think that it's going to be the same, everything. And in the real term, it's going to be different. Okay. What are the stages of financing? Okay. I mentioned before, generally, funds for the individual are raised in stages. Dia begini bukan ada kategori orang dah dapat duit berapa start for any ventures lah. But for technology ventures, they raise fund and they get the funding in stages. Ada stage pula. Okay, staging of financing allow investors to the answer, because the idea here, there's a risk involved, the uncertainty about how valid is your idea. So even though on paper it looks like very good, but in real term, when we go to the field to start the business, those investors, whenever they want to minimize the risk, they only will have when there's a certain progress, certain business development process involved, is okay, in other words. So staging financing allows investors to deal with uncertainty of the validity of the idea and the untested nature of the manager in the company. Mungkin ada case, okay. Some orders memang kita dah discuss di mana management is another also important aspect to contribute to the success of any business. Okay. What are these financing stages? Kalau kita request ni, financing stages ni ada 4. Kita panggil pre-seed financing stage, seed financing stage, first round dipanggil first round financing, second and third round financing. Ada juga satu yang buku dipanggil mezzanine financing, tapi ini antara yang common lah, common yang kita identify ni. But this financing will be matched ataupun sesuai lah with what kind of business development, what stages of development. So kalau kita tengok sini, dia going to match. Kalau kita tengok sini, kita groupkan kepada 4. Business development ada how many stages? Also 4 stages here. And under the stages, what are those financings? I mean sesuai ataupun serasi lah. Serasi memang match lah, padan dengan R&D punya. So the next level, that's why dia kata ni, so after investors verify ataupun validate the idea through R&D, then they go to the next level, next stage, pre-commercialization stage, and at that stage there will be another what we call it stage of financing, which is we call it seed financing, and go for the commercialization stage, business development stage, of course, first round financing, and growth expenses kita panggil second and third round financing. Okay, itu yang kita tengok. Okay, kita tengok ni gambar lah. Ini kedudukan dia tadi lah. Yang atas, yang top ini kita panggil apa? Ini kita panggil dalam business development process. To develop the business, they have to undergo kita shorter kepada 4 lah, 4 stages of business development. Some of the business they start as early as pre-R&D, research and development, and go to the next R&D, and before commercialization they start with the pre-commercialization and go for commercialization, of course the growth. So under each stages, there will be a match what are the financing yang sesuai. Ni dipanggil ada financing mana oleh kerana pre, so we should be there is a financing, call it a pre-seed financing lah, yang sesuai dengan keadaan itu. Jadi you can jump with the pre-R&D, masih setuju you go and asking for the growth financing. Memang tak dapat lah. Or you will want to look for the financing. So if you are at this next level is pre-commercialization, so dia punya financing is seed financing. Financing, and of course the next level kita panggil when you are business development process of commercialization. There will be need for financing, they call it first round financing, and so on. Go to the growth and expansion, financing is available, or at this stage you call it stage second round and third round financing. Okay. Ini expression tadi lah. So each stage, and this after ni kita panggil apa? Stage of financing. So stage of financing happen bila ataupun sesuai untuk what? Dia panggil sentuhan untuk apa? Untuk pre-R&D. Ini yang atas ni kita panggil business development. If the ventures at technology venture at pre-R&D and R&D stage, yang sesuai untuk ni ialah kita panggil pre-seed financing. Dia punya situasinya di sini, pre-seed financing is the excuse money you just start lah. Meaning that at this what we call it pre-R&D and R&D stage, the money needed is very small. A relatively small amount of capital is provided. Maknanya people, maybe those whatever want to get involved lah, they provide small capital only provided to inventor, entrepreneur. Yeah, they not give you million money mungkin start. Okay, you can give provide this only small amount, provide to inventor or entrepreneur to prove a specific concept. Okay, so when people to prove the concept only, maybe not much involved. For a potentially profitable business opportunity that still has to be developed and proven. So at this point, it's not yet proven lah. So at this pre-seed process, the funded work may involve only product development. Only product development. That's why they will give only small amount of capital because they do not understand when the viability or whatever. Of course, people do that, but of course they try to minimize by giving small amount of capital. Okay, and we have to work or we have to come up with the rational figures lah, rational figure or logical figures that the pre-seed financing situations allowed under first stage business development process, pre-R&D and R&D stage. So let's say the funded work may involve product development as opposed to pure research. It's going to be applied research lah. When people want to go asking for financing, the fund is meant for not to go for product development, not pure research, because maybe it's only for academic. And at this time, it really involves initial marketing. Because sekolah R&D stage is it's not involved in marketing lah. Really, very rarely they really involved in marketing. Still involved in product development. Okay, the second stage of business development process is what pre-commercialization stage. And the financing needed here, they call it seed financing. Financing here is provided to newly formed companies for use in completing product development. So when they get first, let's say someone will get first at first stage, get what I call it, money for product development, but there is still not enough. Not enough. Or the company still have a if they prove the concept is good, then go for next stage to get the seed financing. Pembiayaan macam benih je lah. It's provided to newly formed company. Mana at this stage kena start the company in completing product development and initial marketing. Compare so maknanya progress lah. Progress because let's say we have to understand the business development process. The progress is going to be different. Of course, if the progress improve further lah from what the initial stage. This company may be in the process of being organized. Mungkin dalam second stage ni, we need financing because still we already have the people there. But we are organizing ni accordingly, or may have been in business for short time. Mungkin ada dah start business. But still you need fund or money to finance all those whatever you plan. So in this case, product has at this time you got the seed financing, and people we are transparent lah. We know this situation because the product have yet to be sold commercially. So, but to keep running the business, we need the financing, or call it seed financing. Generally, such businesses have assembled. So at this time, we need financing because we already have key management in place. We already have prepared the plan, and you have conducted already at least initial market. So all this require financing. That's need to bagi pre-commercialization. Just study. But product have yet to be sold commercially. Okay, the next stage is to commercialize. Commercialization stage. So we have first at commercialization stage, it will be matched by those kita panggil financing, first round financing. First round financing is provided to companies that have expanded their initial capital and now require fund to initiate. So when kita kata commercial, you go on full scale. So when you want to go full scale, you need capital. So the capital ini yang we change mana? This is we call it first round financing, and there is money needed to expand whatever we have capital before, and now require funds to initiate commercial scale manufacturing. Okay, third stage, and the fourth stage, and the last stage lah. Kita combine the growth and expansion stage. Okay. So after remember there's the first round financing. So people may apply, go and apply another financing. They call it second round financing. So second round financing, normally at this time they apply again. Like I mentioned, either company keep growing, that means they need more funds. For those business they are selling 1,000 product, each of course cost, let's say 1,000 product is of course 10,000. If you want to sell more, or maybe 2,000 unit of product, very simple. Let me kalau let's say 1,000 is let's say 10,000. Let me kalau 2,000, it's going to be 20,000. So you need the difference is what? Another 10,000 increase. You need funding. You need financing. So financing here is working capital. So working capital is provided for the expansion of a company which producing and shipping product, and which needs to support the growing accounts receivable and inventory. Okay, you need to support. The accounts receivable ni maknanya if you sell product, okay. So on credit, if you sell your product, your credit, on credit you cost. Selalunya if you make this is you need to manage your credit efficiently. Maknanya, okay. But at the same time, because if you give credit, that means you have to find money. Given a credit, talking about credit management, if someone in business give credit to others, then people buy, but that means they need to find money to replace it. So to support the account receivable and inventories. Okay. All right. Although the company clearly has made progress, it may not yet be showing a profit at this stage. So second round sini, you get a working capital, but still we talk. But there's an issue of the business is not yet profitable at this stage. Okay, so need for working capital. Working capital ni bahasa Melayu panggil modal lah, modal pusingan. Okay. Alright. So still ada working capital di second round financing, then ada growth and expansion. So go the third round financing pula, next cycle lah. Of course, it should be different level lah. So rather financing, we finance at one level, go up and up. Okay. This is the major expansion of a company at this third round financing. So by growth and expansion stage, funds are provided for the major expansion of a company which has increasing sales volume and which is break even, or which has achieved initial profitability. So of course, when people talk about business, they are not telling you we not do business for break even. Break even ni pulang modal lah. Pulang modal maksudnya kalau you invest kata 50,000, you get it back 50,000, or jual ataupun you jual barang 50,000, your total cost also 50,000. So that's break even, maknanya at that time you gain profit, no even break even, profit no loss. Okay. Or which has achieved initial profitability. Mungkin ada juga di sini cara financing, because there is a major expansion of increase sales volume, and we know that if there is an increase in sales volume, there will be more required. Okay. The funds are utilized. So the third round financing, funds this time are utilized for further expansion of further marketing atau working capital, or for further development of an improved product. A new strategy on expanded, whatever new development. It can be improved product, it can be development strategy, it can be expanded product line. Okay, that is the one that we discussed. Stage of business development, and okay, now we want to know the stages of what stages of financing, and what are the sources of financing. Okay, what are the sources? Kalau kita nampak ni kan, the sources of financing it come from this big three sources of financing. Four sources of financing. It can come from self, from the entrepreneur itself, from the relatives or from the friends. Okay. Okay, yang sesuai untuk financing bentuk ini biasanya, or those are in practice. Only this financing is what is meant for this stages of business development and what and stages of financing. Self, relatives, and friends. And for the angel financing, they cover everything. They're very flexible lah, very flexible. They can cover from those stages of business development, and even stages of financing. And the next government funding, of course, the government they should mind to have rakyat dia, or entrepreneur especially, they value the benefit of entrepreneurship. So they cover everything lah. As early as pre-R&D and to the last of expansion. There is a scheme available from the government to the technology-based ventures, from pre-R&D and to the stage of growth and expansion. Okay, so government and there's the chances overlap. So if you see here, the venture capital, ini modal local or graduate, it can be rich people, it can be big, investors, former investors or venture capitalists. They are going to start. The earliest they can start is what to finance any project is at pre-commercialization and commercialization and growth and expansion. Okay, and of course, and it looks here, the banks only comes in, or the organization prefer to get assistance from bank at growth and expansion. Okay, banks and DFI. Okay, DFI stands for Development Financial Institution, because dalam Malaysia ni ada bank, commercial bank, dan ada dipanggil Development Financial Institution. Development DFI ni guna bank, dia macam bank juga. Sometimes they carry the work of bank, like SME bank, but they have the very special task to do. And commercial bank as the word commercial, the dealing with all sorts of people to commercialize the product. Okay. Ini sources of financing. Ini kita mikir. Bila this sources of financing is what? Kita sesuai lah. Ataupun practically this normally if that normally what kita kata tadi, normally if you at this stage pre-R&D and R&D stage of business development or pre-commercial, the sources of financing will be from what? From the self, relative, and friend. So that's why during the early stage of business development, early stage, the entrepreneur's access to establish source of external bank is limited. That means you not that easy because people do not know yet, or you don't have the what we call it proven record, a record that your business will well. Okay, so at this stage, when there is accessibility or possibly any accessibility, or maybe very difficult to get external financing. Hence, most entrepreneurs rely on their own resources. So start the business with your own resources. Ataupun if we are in a team, maybe about the group resources ataupun shareholders resources by sharing each other. And of course, supplemented by funds from relatives and friends. Ini biasa relatives. dengan bisnes daripada mama, papa, whatever lah. Okay. So the entrepreneur's own resources not only mean that money, why? So it only also can cover assets. The entrepreneur's own resources include not only their personal savings and asset, but also their debts, capacity, involved in limited amounts of external capital. Okay. The entrepreneur own resources include not only the resources. Okay. You know that, of course, when we talk about your own resources, it can come from your savings and even your asset. Okay. The entrepreneur resources include not only their personal saving, but also their debt capacity in obtaining limited amounts of external funds. Okay. Because when we want to get other people to finance, people we evaluate whether you have the capacities or not to get the external financing. Itu kita kata. You need extra money. Self, relatives, friends, whatever lah. Chances. Tapi of course, normally we really produce result for this, then we trust each other to get financing, right? Okay, another source of financing is the angel. Angel financing. Dia orang panggil angel financing. Kenapa dia panggil angel ni kalau angel ni mana dia people, there are sort of those investors out there, out of the, or even in the business circle, willing to help to invest in any viable or potential business. Okay, angel financing. This angel financing is what normally involve in wealthy individuals for a new ventures based on concept that require lengthy development efforts. The earliest source of outside financing, external financing, can be provided directly by private investors and those wealthy individuals. In negara-negara sekarang, those people are very wealthy, or they're willing to spend money for the new idea, new project, because maybe the money, and we can see this like in fact privately macam setengah company yang besar-besar lah. Normally those people they know in the circle, those type of wealthy people, they will looking on searching for those new ventures that is viable to finance the project. Okay, that is angel financing. Why do you can call this so-called angels ataupun business angels lah. Business angel normally they like to prefer to work like to behave like business partners. Normally these wealthy people, they have experience, knowledge, and with that experience, knowledge, and capital, it's going to be an asset. Itu lagi useful lah. Can benefit those new ventures. But of course, selalunya di Malaysia pun, one time I still remember ada dia punya group, satuan, those yang wealthy individual yang willing to invest. That means they have a lot of money, and a lot of money from their effort before investment. They, of course, with their knowledge in the area of business experience, they're willing to spend or to invest. Itu kita panggil pembiayaan melalui angel financing lah. Angel financing ataupun kadang okay. The third one is government. This straightforward. From the government financial assistance, of course, like I mentioned, the government ni, government dia boleh cover macam angel tadi, angel financing tadi. Okay, dia cover semua kan. They cover all stages and of all stages of business development, and as well as uh, all stages of financing, angels financing and government financing. So let's go back to the government financing. Okay. Okay, government financing is government financial assistance. Sokongan lah kewangan daripada kerajaan ini. To technology based company can be classified into two groups. Ada dua kumpulan. Dia bagi government funding schemes ataupun grant. Kalau trace back dalam student engineering dulu, zaman-zaman saya dulu lah, banyak juga yang take the challenge, willing to looking for a grant sampai dapat grant to extend. Masa student punya level lagi dapat grant, when they develop new product. Kalau dia berani, dia go and of course they have to know what are those scheme or grant available lah at that time. Even now pun kalau kita buka website dia mungkin ada. So maybe to make it more interesting, saya rasa we have to go for those different organization. Kalau you're not familiar, I'm sure some of you not familiar lah. What are those organization? Either is a GRC ataupun government punya organization, support organization that play the roles to finance technology ventures. So they can finance, dia kata in the form of funding, bagi fund ataupun grant, government funding scheme. So most funding scheme and grant for the investors are channeled through this, yang masih tak tahu lah ada perubahan, tapi ini sebagai exposure pertama lah untuk you. In fact, there are these people dah benefit a lot. Banyak yang peka yang dapat benefit a lot for this agency. Daripada MAFCAP, kita go through sikit lah MAFCAP ni, ataupun MDEC. MDEC ni kita selalu dengar, very familiar. MDEC, MTDC, MOSTI, and even SME Court. Let's go one by one lah. Daripada nota kita ni, one by one about the issue. Okay. Lepas ni after this lah. So after we talk about the source of financing, and there are financings available through government financial assistance. So we do. Okay. Another sources of financing is from venture capital financing. Venture capital itu angel financing. Venture capital investment in our country is what? Still masih lagi, walaupun dah so many years we start we set up in Malaysia in 1994 with establishment of Malaysia Venture Capital, but mungkin tak develop very fast. Antara reason tak develop fast, bukan like other country. Kita bukan pencipta teknologi, mungkin kita pengguna teknologi, but I don't know, maybe your young generation, maybe you not only watch the technology, but you are the one involved in developing the homegrown technology. Okay, yang tu kita harapkan lah. Rupanya banyak idea-idea kreatif yang boleh develop. People can come up with their own technology. Okay, so saya kata ni, venture capital financing has tremendous potential in Malaysia to contribute to the growth of technology and knowledge-based ventures. So kalau kita nak compare kita punya the development of venture capital industry dengan venture capital industry di US, memang jauh lah. Sebenarnya kalau venture industry ni kalau di grow, it means that they contribute more to the wealth of the nation, wealth of nation. Kalau venture capital bloom in like the US, yang kedua, kalau kita check balik semua company-company yang besar, masuklah Bill Gates, yang itu Microsoft dan semua yang besar, semuanya they finance oleh venture capitalist, or they are involved, there are those venture industry in the country yang help those. Tapi mungkin this one It's not that belum lagi fully developed lah, to me, fully developed venture capital industry in our country. Okay. In terms of stages of financing, most investment made by Malaysian venture capital companies. Maknanya kita kena ada company lah. So, of course, Malaysian venture capital companies have been their growth. Okay. Jadi kalau kita tengok situ, selalunya dia company, because involve the company. The company is venture capitalist lah, yang invest. And investment, those venture capital company selalunya di Malaysia lah kalau gini. Investment in the seed and startup stages. Seed and startup stages are less than 10% of total investment. Kurang lah, maknanya dia tak prefer. Tak tahu lah, mungkin reasonnya dia don't want to do it too long lah. Go from pre-R&D or R&D stages. They go straight away to the seed financing, seed stages or seed startup stages. Less than 10% of the thing. Dia kurang sini. I mean, dia prefer to go, kalau kita tengok dia punya ni, balik, dia selalunya dia tak sebaik ni lah, not as friendly of those other agencies. They prefer to go as early year, like pre-commercialization lah, seed financing. Tapi not much invest, like dia kata tadi 10% aja. Tapi kalau ni selalunya dia prefer to work at this, to invest money at commercialization stage. Mungkin dia nampak dah, rather than spend. Okay. Okay, the other yang traditional way of financing is of course from the bank. We call it we group here under the source of financing is from banking and development financial institution. Kita buat different. Kalau banking institution we refer to the commercial bank. There's business that have a current account lah. Current account tu account yang ada check lah, dia punya current account. And those development financial institution yang tak ada account, normally this is also bank. Dalam konteks Malaysia kita panggil bank juga. Contohnya bank pembangunan, ataupun yang kita nak bincang ni SME bank, even bank pertanian, dia tak ada current account. This bank-bank itulah, agrobank, bukan agrobank sekarang ni, agrobank. Okay, banking institution and DFI have been providing financial facilities to SME. Ni kita akui lah, we cannot deny. Bank dan DFI ni development, because kenapa kita panggil development bank? Because they are being set up initially of the objective to develop certain part of the activity in the country. Macam agrobank dia banyak fokus pada develop untuk agriculture. Kalau dulu bank pembangunan untuk membangunkan industri kalau SME bank untuk SME, itu dipanggil development. Kalau kita panggil development bank, tapi the right term dipanggil development financial institution. Banking tu maknanya kita refer commercial bank. Kalau development financial institution tu sebenarnya development bank, DFI institution. Okay. However, commercial banks and DFI do not invest in startup. Dia tak juga hanya do not invest in startup technology based company. Because I think they value the risk differently. Because commercial bank normally dia make sure that the money, because they get the money from their depositors. Of course, they have to make use the money to get the return. They don't want to invest more at the risk. Kita tahu teknologi ventures business ni dia high risk, but do not be surprised, yang high risk ni lah yang memang yang gain more in the long run. Kita banyak dah contoh. Tapi at the same time, of course, those yang fail also. Okay. Tapi of course, for those who want to do business, kita dah bincang banyak so far ni, we can minimize. Entrepreneur ni sebenarnya kita is is what we call it calculated risk taker. Calculated, dia take the risk, not the high risk. I mean the way that kita understand ilmu tarikh distribution ni, maknanya how we go about despite the high level of risk, we can minimize the risk to certain level, to level if there is opportunity there. Okay. So kata Kamus Bank, do not invest in startup technology-based company because of the high level of risk of the business and the absence of track record. So for those new business, they don't have the record yet. It's new. Cannot prove whether it's good in terms of asset, profit, and cash flow. But they can visualize through our planning, and of course they can verify and validate it. Okay. Okay. So that's about apa dia dipanggil source of financing. Source of financing. Ada berapa? 5 ni. Source of financing available in our country. Ataupun di mana-mana dunia lah. It can come from self, relative, and friends. Apa lagi? Angel financing, ataupun daripada government financing assistance, and venture capital financing. Okay. Jadi kalau kita lihat ini banyaklah. Dalam banyak-banyak ini selalunya ada yang berjaya. Kalau terusan ni, kalau kita tengok saya discuss tadi, ada yang pakai kaedah macam-macam lah hari ni. Kalau kita dengar, kita pernah dengar dia orang panggil guna crowdsourcing. Itu related lah crowdsourcing. Tapi macam mana pun we have to follow the legal way lah. Jangan tak nak jadi involve macam under what ni? Under asma ke whatever lah. Asma kan duit haram. Okay. So kalau relative ni ada yang dipanggil, kalau teknologi boleh explore lagi, dipanggil bootstrapping. Dia guna apa yang dia ada lah. Dia guna apa yang dia ada. Selalunya kita, kalau bahasa ni kita panggil improvise lah. Guna apa yang ada, start with something and go for very objective to bootstrap macam-macam lah. Dia punya ni, ataupun ada setengah dia panggil dia outsourcing. So macam-macam lah dalam konteks financing hari ni. Okay. So sekarang dah 11.55 kan, kita rest kejap tu. Group, we rest for a while.
Boleh.
So we come back to 10 minit je lah. So kita start balik berapa? 12
suku.
12 apa?
12 suku.
12 suku. Okey lah 12 suku. Okay, 12 suku. Alright. Siapa lagi beli air, boleh pergi beli air tu, whatever. Okay, 12 suku kan. On sharp. Kita start. Kita finish our topic today. Okay. Alright. Stop for a while. Okay, 12:15 already. Can we start now? Continue our class today.
Boleh.
Yeah, okay. 12:15. So let's go back where we start. Okay. Okay. Uh, ah, okay. So let's see. Okay, now we go detail, very further detail of this topic. We talk one of the sources of financing is through government, government financial assistance. And the agency involved is what? MEFCAT, MEDAC, MDAC, MTDC, MOSTI, SME, COP. Nah, ini akronim dia lah. Dia nama dia. So, what are those agency? Agency involved in a government financing scheme for technology venture in Malaysia. Agency that provide is MEFCAT lah. MEFCAT stand for Malaysian Venture Capital. Kita tengok tadi kan ada venture capital, one of the sources of financing. So the source dia punya the source is what? The agency involved lah. The agency involved is what? MEFCAT. Okay, satu lagi MDAC, Multimedia Development Corporation, MDAC. MTDC, Malaysian Technology Development Corporation. Ada website dia nanti mungkin kalau kita masa kita boleh buka lah website dia. And MOSTI, Ministry of Science, Technology dan Innovation. Ini ada Datuk apa ni? Berapa? Datuk Khairi kan sekarang ni. Minister dia apa sekarang ni? Ministry of MOSTI. Dulu Khairi kan, Khairi Jamaluddin. Okay, and yang satu lagi SME Corporation. SME Corporation ataupun isyad dipanggil SME Corp. Dulu dia panggil SMIDAC, tapi ditukar nama lah. SME Corp. SME Corp. And of course ada lagi dipanggil kalau bank, SME Bank lah. Tapi kita tak masuk sini. Kalau bank masuk dalam kategori M-Bank is what? SME Bank. Okay. MEFCAT. MEFCAT ni isyad lah. Government financing ya. Malaysian Venture Capital Management Berhad. Okay. A unit venture capital company. It's a company, company, but company itu government punya company lah. Is committed to purely to technology sectors. And kalau kita buka website dia dah invest. They invest in a mix of local and overseas businesses to bring together a successful blend of technologies and entrepreneurial skill. Begini lah dia buat ni. Tapi investment dia willing to invest in this area yang dia tak tahu sekarang ni. Kalau kita buka website dia, saya baca yang apa ada sini lah. Tapi mungkin ada perubahan nanti kalau kita buka dalam dia punya dia punya website dia. Understand here the investment focus in communication and networking, electronics, semiconductor, internet, information technology, biotech and life sciences, medical and health services and device equipment, and whatever areas kita boleh justify new areas of high growth. Ini dia punya ni. Kalau ikut skim dia dulu, apa skim yang ada dalam financing pembiayaan ni dalam MEFCAT ni ada dua type of scheme funding offered by MEFCAT. Dia pun ikut sikit tapi itu yang typical. But when it come to the organisation, dia try to modify. Ada dia panggil fund yang atau financing lah. Financing yang dipanggil, kita panggil seed financing, dia pakai fund lah. Venture fund untuk if those company at idea or pre-startup, there are fund available. Dipanggil seed fund available. Kalau those are idea and pre-startup stage, business development, ni. For those are startup, ada juga startup, early growth, expansion, rapid and mature growth, ada fund available. Dia panggil fund apa, financing is available, dinamakan fund tu, dia panggil tabung-tabung lah. Direct venture fund. Okay. Kalau seed venture fund ni, yang explanation tadi, at what seed venture fund, at what stage, idea and pre-startup stage, the fund focus bagi on startup and early high growth stage. Startup yang baru nak start atau early stage high growth company, bringing them to fruition through its service oriented approach on partnership investment. Jadi siapa yang at this level, idea this market willing to invest a startup between 50,000 to 500,000. Okay. Other than startup, lah startup ni baru nak start lah kan. Ranging from 500,000 to 10 million. Jadi yang orang pandai yang ambil politik sekali dia akan cuba negotiate and find out from the next step. Of course they come up with a solid idea lah. Okay. So in fact dulu ada under mereka ada dia panggil Cradle Investment Program. Cradle Investment Program tu dia nama lah, jenama dia CHIP. Objective of CHIP is to generate ICT, biotech, high growth areas and new areas of growth in the field of science and technology with interesting. Jadi biasanya dia bagi funding. Dia bagi funding, sebenarnya funding ni free lah. Macam bentuk grant. CHIP provide free seed funding of up to 580,000 untuk apa? For the development of prototype, proof of concept or the preparation of business plan. It makes the idea more valuable to the venture capital and later stage by stage. Money the fund or you are at this stage to develop prototype, we willing to based on negotiation whatever evaluation. You be funding through this free seed funding up to 50,000. Okay. So that is general lah. But there are those at one time dulu ada at university level to encourage university. Sama juga lah dia bagi. Tapi that is made for university. Whatever university works together with researchers in public and private university. The primary aim is to facilitate transformation of research output into marketable product as a first step in the commercialization. To this end, YouTube ni funding untuk tabung ni untuk apa? Specifically fund for development of prototype, proof of concept and preparation plan. Dia provide seed funding up to 50,000. Ini duit percuma lah daripada kerajaan sebenarnya. Tapi only for those who want to venture, will go for technology ventures lah. Okay, that is a MAVCAT. Kita tengok latest nanti apa dia. Okay, Multimedia Development MDEC. Dia panggil MDEC, Multimedia Development Corporation. Dia kat mana ni, kat Surbajaya kan. MDEC has been entrusted to manage the funding scheme. Ada scheme yang kerajaan bagi, kadang kerajaan tak manage tapi dia manage through this dia punya agensi lah. MDEC, the money from the government they give to the MDEC to manage funding scheme and grant and OC the program provincial funding. Program yang ada, grant yang dia bagi diwujudkan antaranya MSc, Malaysian R&D Grant Scheme, and the word is another lagi dipanggil Entrepreneurship Pre-Seed Fund Program. Okay. Yang ni yang R&D Grant. Sekarang ni mungkin amount yang 2021 mungkin dia dapat bajet lain kot. Total amount of at one time dulu dia 180 million allocated for the MGC to support R&D initiative with the MGC. MGS, okay, MGS ni for the MGS tadi lah, scheme R&D ni, we provide a grant up to 50% on approved project. Kalau that's why we have to determine what is the total cost. So they will give a grant. That means kalau project tu katalah 1 million, so you get 50% funding grant ni. Ni duit daripada government ni juga daripada, but of course through this lah, through MDEC 500,000. Of course you have to raise another 500,000 for the R&D, to support R&D. Tapi subject to 1.2 million, whichever is lower. The amount of grant approved will be determined by the merits of each case lah. Ada dia punya cara lah. Yang Technopreneur Pre-Seed Fund Program is targeted to local entrepreneurs whose idea has been developed into a business plan and required. That's why business plan, business blueprint is very important. And required further development to produce something. Kalau so we don't have the business plan, we have the development, we cannot talk lah. Memang we talk KILU aje lah. But we do have to come up. Throughout your experience dalam study ni, maybe practically later on will help you a lot lah. If you want to get involved ataupun you kerja dalam organisasi, apa they want to create atau environment on entrepreneur in certain organisasi, when you become a corporate entrepreneur ke, ataupun intrapreneur, maybe that's another good idea lah. Okay. And require further development to produce commercialization project, commercializable project with ready prototype suitable for sale. Ni dah nak another level lah to go for commercializing, to commercialize. Okay. The funding is 150,000 maximum. For development up to 12 months, dia bagi to fund for 12 months, dari maximum 12 months for funding and basic. Okay, yang dia cover what other areas they cover, proposal that under this, dia ada. Of course, certain agency they will specialize or they will cover certain area, not every area. For this technology free seed funding, the cluster and the activity that they cover is creating media and content development. Like I said, mungkin berubah kot nowadays, atau saya pun tak tengok perkembangan. Software development, internet-based businesses, support services, shared services outsourcing, and hardware. Okay. Okay. Satu lagi agensi government yang involved ni yang dipanggil, is a company, MTDC, Malaysian Technology Development Corporation. Jadi kriteria lain, fokus dia more on yang tadi banyak pada ICT, MDAC semua sekali. Kan? But here MTDC dia fokus pada non-ICT sector, fokus on life sciences sector, or those strategic technologies, high investment, which produce high investment return. And organisasi must have a clear and defined vision. Of course, the team must be credible. Ada lagi. Okay, itu MTDC, Malaysian Technology Development Corporation. Okay, the group, have you familiar with all this belum ni? This agency, tak kan? Familiar tak? Belum kan? Belum. First time kan MTDC baru dengar. Okay, inilah within the scope of technology ventures, but in other country lagi develop lah. But in our country at least ada element to help those technology ventures. Okay. Mungkin tak transparent enough. I don't know why. Okay, ini antara those assistant fund yang ditumbuhkan under MTDC dulu. Nanti saya kata lagi mungkin berubah. Kita tengok nanti kalau kita ada masa kita buka dia punya website nanti. Two types of financial assistance offered by MTDC. Dia ada fund, venture capital fund, and they have another very specific punya grant for special purpose. Okay, under venture capital fund, the investment venture capital, we talk already about venture capital. Okay, MTDC invest in early growth and late stage development business base. Early growth and late stage growth, dia cover semua MTDC ni. So in order to diversify its equity stake in any investment is limited to around 30%. Jadi dia tak invest semua, dia become partner sebenarnya. Equity ni maknanya you have the share in the company. Tadi tak ambil share, katakanlah you need a capital of 1 million, dia go up as high as around 30%, maknanya 300,000. Kalau kita determine cost startup, jadi kita determine startup capital atau startup cost tadi, atau 1 million to cost, so dia will finance only up, ataupun finance lah, or inject dia punya capital up to 300,000 only. Dan investment dia is not going to long. Investment horizon is limited up to 5 years. Biasa venture capital ni dia selalunya dia not going to remain as the or invest in the company for long. They have a specific 5 years. Lepas tu dia jual lah hak dia, then of course dia get back the money, then invest in other places. Berbeza dengan tadi angel tu, business angel, dia tak kisah, dia don't care about ni time period, as long as mungkin sama lama pun tak tahu, I don't know. Right. Okay, another program yang grant dia funding lah for the technology ventures is they create special purpose government punya grant. Grant ni maknanya dapat duit percuma lah, but of course they have to meet certain criteria lah. Ada satu grant dipanggil Technology Acquisition Fund. This grant is specific to acquisition of technology, strategy and relevant technology. Sometimes some certain business, kita nak buat develop product, tak ada teknologi, you nak acquire teknologi. Jadi you can get money from this to get technology from the overseas, whatever, or local people. Mungkin juga ada teknologi sebenarnya local people. Local. Satu dia ada fund, it's mainly for commercialization of R&D fund. They provide partial grant to qualify R&D project to commercialize. Dan kalau kita tak ada duit, kita want to commercialize, we need fund, we need money. So there will be fund for this under this ada tabung khas. Dia panggil CRDF. And the women are special pula. They provide partial grant to promote effort by women entrepreneurs, assisting their company to be at the technology forefront, pursuing market research with their products or services. Okay. So go to the fourth agency of our government. There is of course the ministry lah. Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. One time dulu lah, saya ingat tadi, dia ada 3 fund. Fund by mostly ada dinamakan Innofund, innovation itu. Innofund, Technofund, Content Fund. Jadi kita lihat what is the Innofund yang ada dulu. Innofund dia ada fund yang satu EIF, Enterprise Innovation Fund. Tujuan this EIF ini to assist ini juga also provide the superintendent orang yang barulah, orang yang syarikat yang milik seorang je, kepunyaan tunggal, only individual. If you set up company enterprise, you are the only one for the company or even macro and small business to develop or improve existing product. So ada fund itu. Fund tu berapa mana? Ini untuk individual, dia bagi fund 20,000 untuk 12 month. Corporate 20,000 untuk 12 bulan. And micro enterprise 50,000, and even SME, small enterprise, dia bagi 250,000. Ada definition dia lah dalam konteks dia punya SME ni berapa, dia punya equity capital fall under. Okay. Yang tu kita panggil apa? Enterprise Innovation Fund. Okay. Technology cluster yang di-consider under EIF ni, agriculture, ICT, information and communication technology, biotech and biotech industry. Okay, biotech industry. Now approval ada macam criteria. Of course, among the criteria that they consider, they will look for is innovativeness of the project proposal, credibility of project proposal, and appropriateness of methodology, appropriateness of milestone, commercialization prospect and financial. Itu ada kriteria lah yang ditentukan. Ada Technofund. Ada fund juga buat panggil Technofund. Tadi saya kata to stimulate the growth and scientific innovation of medium and large enterprises. Tadi small, ni large, medium and large. To increase capability and capacity of Malaysian Government Research Institute and institution of higher learning to undertake market-driven R&D to commercialize the R&D. Jadi find through spin-off, licensing, spin-off dalam organisasi ini dia ada fund to spin-off ataupun licensing or funding. To enhance global competitiveness and R&D culture among medium and large. Ada fund punya. Fund ni ada dua di Malaysia ni, yang buat dulu. Ada type A dan type B, funding. Type B A untuk pre-commercialization, dia boleh finance up to maximum of 5 million. The maximum of the total project cost or RM paling tinggi 5 million. For type B, IP to acquire IP, funding up to maximum 100% of the total acquisition cost or RM. Itu banyak ni kali itu ni. So yang dikatakan tadi, kalau Technofund ni finance untuk those project under agriculture, biotech, information, ICT and industry. Ada Content Fund. Content Fund ni is specially created to develop content mainly for entertainment, training, learning, culture and heritage and information based. The technology required is either in the form or animation. Ni kalau macam Upin Ipin involved dalam animation, dia boleh get fund from dia lah. Dia boleh dapat, kalau dia dalam kategori SMA, dia boleh get up to maximum 6 million fund to get involved ni. The content should be able to run on multiple platforms, either in 3G or sekarang bukan 3G, 5G, whatever phone. Internet, education, content. Kalau it's a team, boleh dapat up to 90,000. Kalau dah set up business dalam bentuk micro, boleh dapat 500,000. If set up SME, small and medium enterprise, is up to 6 million. Okay, the last dalam konteks ni lah, banyak lagi agency, tapi yang kita bicara technology ventures ni, SME Corporation. Ni SME Corporation dia juga satu agency involved in helping the entrepreneur and entrepreneur general, tapi juga ada di fokus pada ni. Lebih weak people can capitalize lah, can solicit to get this help from the SME Corporation, SME Corp. So grant offered by SME banyak. Dulu dia ada matching grant for business startup. Dia ada matching grant, matching grant for product and process improvement. Matching grant ni maknanya dia bukan bagi tu lah. Okay, if you want to have a project, you project kata 100,000, dia match. Okay, the project is 100,000, we only fund 50% of this. So it's good already for this business. They didn't spend and audit their money. Okay, 50%. For enterprise in the manufacturing sector, kalau kita buat produk kita dalam manufacturing sector, the maximum grant located product kita is 40,000 maximum. Jadi kalau 80,000, it's okay lah, mana 50-50. The government give 50,000 and you have to raise only over 40,000. For business sebenarnya sikit pun dia count. Entrepreneur ni tak kisah. As long they get financing, kalau dapat yang free macam ni, it's good. But of course the project is good lah. Okay. So for enterprise, the manufacturing assistance is given to 80%. Kalau untuk ni manufacturing lain, 80% of the approved cost. Tapi maximum is there. Taklah maksimum sekali, risk atau tahu. Okay, sektor yang di cover apa for startup? Macam for startup, include manufacturing related activities, product process development, software development, product and process design. Jadi untuk eligible expenses for this what? To prepare business plan to blueprint tadi, or to prepare to do the feasibility studies, or to run incubators and business up to 24 months. Rental equipment, machinery development of prototype, proto sample. That's good enough already. Kalau get the fund. Okay. This scheme provide matching grant for improvement and upgrading of existing product design. Matching grant for product and process improvement ada juga untuk proses. Tapi maksimum dia boleh bagi apa? Grant is 500,000. 50% approval is borne by the government and the remainder by the applicant. Untuk upgrading, untuk improvement. Ada juga yang existing one, they want to improve their business. Sector cover, tadilah manufacturing related activities, product process, software development and product. Eligible punya expenses include what? Technology studies, fees for technology transfer, development of prototypes and system, and product testing, product registration, marking and labeling. Inilah. Ini yang tadi in short. The scheme, the financial scheme available. It is available through several government agency. Like we talk about here is MACAT, MDEC, MTDC, mostly SME Corporation. So, kita tengok. So mungkin kita boleh update, kita tak tahulah kalau ada different mungkin kita boleh. Tapi we have to keep aware, in other words or keep abreast of the not only the industry but of course the whatever schemes available for technology ventures. So the question is, maknanya kalau we dah browse through, for those who really have a good project, tadinya dia dah mention bahwa you cannot go to third party, you have to go direct to this webcam, MDEC, MPDC, mostly dia tak ada agent, they don't have agent to take part. Maybe you have to go direct to find out. Okay. Alright. So let's go through sikit-sikit lah about ni lah. Dia punya apa? Agensi involved tadi. Let's say kita visit apa? Kita visit yang bawah dulu. Apa? SME Corp dulu. Cuba tengok SME Corp dulu. Macam mana dia punya website dia. Kita tengok lah kita punya SME Corp tadi. Kita SME Corp tadi. Cuba kita tengok ni. Okay. Before that. Okay. Oh no. Last kali about this dalam financing ni, dalam ni kita bincang. Ada financing yang dalam bentuk debt ni hutang lah. Ada bentuk financing dalam bentuk equity dia dua, debt or equity ataupun debt equity. Ada setengah bisnes dia plus debt financing through debt ataupun financing through equity atau combination of this. So when we look at this, apa yang kita bincang tadi, when we go to financing, the issue is it can come from the hutang semata, from you owe the company, the liability, you owe people through debt. Debt ni hutang lah, debt financing. Of course, if you borrow, debt ni borrow lah, you borrow money, you have to pay. Siapa-siapa lah. You pay itu kena amount lah, involves a payback of funds plus an interest. Kalau hutang. And because you already, it's a commitment already, if you are committed already. So that places a burden. Selalunya setengah usahawan tak suka, tapi looking at kalau tak, kita mungkin ada decision we have to make. Anyhow, we have to understand that places a burden of repayment and interest on the entrepreneur. Manti hutang, biasalah kalau hutang kena bayar. Ada bayar, kena bayar balik. Plus dia interest. Tapi equity financing yang kita punya ni, equity financing involve the sales of some ownership. Mana kalau equity, if you manage alone, you punya company 100% you. Kalau modal pun 100, you ambil kawan, dia invest paruh, so you dah jual you punya paruh ownership you 50%. Okay, tapi biasanya dia kalau nak jadi have a major control, normally people will sell only 49%. 50% maknanya you ada controlling power. Walaupun jual ownership, tapi if you own the company, 51% punya share ataupun equity, that the company you have the control of the company. Equity financing ni mana biaya sendiri lah, melalui modal sendiri. Equity financing involve the sales and some of the ownership in the ventures. And equity financing forces the entrepreneur. Kalau you pakai equity financing, it force you, maknanya you force you entrepreneur to relinquish. Maknanya you dah forgo some degree of control. Instead of you own 100% of the company, when you forgo that, it can be 49%, it can be 30%, 20%, whatever. And in terms of venture capital tadi, the venture capital semua dia boleh invest dalam company, take part of the company, being the owner only 30%. Jadi you stay on the 70% and the other, itu equity financing. And equity, when talk about equity, what actually if you are the owner or you are the shareholder, own the company lah, the right of the company, how many percent you own. Kalau debt, what you owe the debtors lah, or what yang supply capital to the company. Okay. So dalam case ni, choice as an entrepreneur, the choice for entrepreneur is either you want to take debt without giving out ownership in the venture, no, or you want to relinquish. Another, you want to relinquish or forgo certain percentage of ownership in order to avoid having to borrow. In most cases, like I mentioned, a combination of debt and equity proves most appropriate. Ini pandai lah combination. Itu yang kita panggil dalam kita panggil capital structure, penstrukturan modal. Jadi yang ada percentage itu adalah dia panggil capital structure. We have heard the company, new policy kami, when new leader kami, dia try to restructure the capital, restructure company. Ada macam-macam restructure company, dia restructure, salah satu restructure capital. Ada lagi restructure by fire or buang orang kerja, tapi dalam konteks finance ni mungkin antaranya restructure capital. Maknanya kita combine debt and equity. Equity. Okay. So ada dalam 15 minit lagi, why not kita tengok sikit lah dia punya apa dah. Okay, kita punya agensi yang involved tu. Let's go, kita pergi kepada SME code dulu. Nanti saya cuba buka SME code. Okay. Oh ni, mana betul ni. SME code. Kata saya stop ni dulu, saya pergi ke SME code. Okay. Alright. Kita pergi ke SME code. Ni, okay. Okay. Ada nampak tak SME code? Ada? Hello?
Tak nampak.
Tak nampak lagi. Allah Akbar. Macam mana ya? Saya boleh tanya. Macam mana?
Nampak dah.
Nampak dah? Okey. Okey, ni salah satu daripada website agensi. Saya pergi berbawah dulu, SME code dulu. SME code kalau kita buka ni, SME code ni salah satu agensi. Mungkin kalau kita interested on ni lah, we are new company. Kita tengok ni, startup, kick off your entrepreneurship journey. Ni program inisiatif. Apa program dia? Startup. Welcome to SME Corp. Okay, itu dia. Ni yang kata SME ini ada definition dia. Saya selalu cakap SME. Dia memang ada macam ni lah, macam apa? Group B40 ke apa, M40 ada definition dia. Ni pun sama. Kalau when we talk about SME, dan negara kita ada, kalau dia ada dua. Kalau manufacturing business, nak qualify as SME, kerana kalau SME ni dia ada banyak kebaikan lah sebenarnya. Kalau we can define ataupun kita boleh masuk dalam group, banyak insentif dapat. Mana kalau we do not fall under SME punya definition ni, keluar you cannot get lah whatever program initiative under this. That's why setengah agensi very smart. Walaupun dia dah establish, kadang setengah company tu dia dah besar, tapi dia buka je kecil-kecil pun nama lain. Kerana dia want to get the benefit. So kalau primary manufacturing, dia will ensure dia punya jualan not exceed 50 million. Lepas tu dia punya full time dia workers tak exceed 200, baru dia belong to SME. Jadi kalau ada insentif ni, ni smart way lah. Real business people, smart way of getting the benefit of being an SME. Kalau service business lain pula definition dia. Sales turnover not exceed 20 million of full time. So ada setengah sale tu, kadang company tu jual beratus-ratus juta. Tapi dia ada banyak syarikat. Saya tak tahu macam ni lah, macam apa? Macam top gelas. Mungkin ada kot, kadang big company smart, very smart lah. Because they want to get the incentive. All the incentive ada SME. Itu yang saya mention SME tu. Okay. Jadi maknanya dia punya program dia, ada program dia lah. Ada financial gateway. Apa lagi? Banyak capacity building, entrepreneurship, bumi putra entrepreneur, tunas usahawan belia bumi putra, gerakan ekspor, program, inisiatif dia apa dah? Merger dah, guide adalah. Ni success story dah. So ni program dia lah, look like different lah dia punya ni. Okay, dia punya ni. Okay. Ini bawa SME kan? SME, you can always look lah. Dia punya program inisiatif, program ni. Dia punya program inisiatif. The program provided SF-financing. Dia punya ada program lah tengok. Dia punya inisiatif. Prihatin, ekonomi, impact mana. Ini salah satu lah. You can browse through lah whatever tu. Okay. There is SMA. So the next one is Mosti. Cuba kita pergi ke Mosti sekejap. Mosti. Nampak tak Mosti? Tak nampak kan? Hello? Oh, saya kena keluar masa balik. Mosti ada nampak? Tak nampak? Nampak saya pergi ke Mosti. Okay, now we go to the Mosti first. Kita Mosti. Okay. We go to Mosti. Kita visit Mosti first. Kita pergi visit Mosti. Okay. Okay. Boleh nampak yang Mosti punya? Can you see ada Mosti?
Nampak.
Okay, good. So, kita kena itulah. Okay, Mosti ni dia banyak juga lah dia punya ni. Dia punya apa? Dia punya ni maklumat tentang financing ni. Kalau kita tengok sini dana. So, see? Dana R&D dana R&D. See? Ada program dia. Dana R&D. Okey, kita tengok R&D projek ni. Dana R&D. Dana R&D adalah cerita kerja untuk membayar projek pendidikan oleh usahawan dan pendidik yang dapat meningkat pertumbuhan ekonomi negara. Projek ni dana lah. Dibagi apa? Kuantum dana, syarikat kecil SME. Syarikat kecil dan sederhana SME lah. Ni ada ni, guideline dia. 3 million. Dia bagi maksimum 3 million. Dana, okey, projek yang dijalankan sedang berada pada fasa pembuktian konsep, proof of concept. Direka dengan baik, good design lah, terbukti secara saintifik daripada mak saing. Projek juga mendapat menghasilkan produk, proses atau sistem baru yang boleh digunakan pakai usahawan dan masyarakat. Ini dia punya dana ni lah, dana. Dia punya ni dana dia. Dia punya dana, ada klinik pula, virtual, terpaksa laboran. Ni dana dia, dana fund management system, ada funding dia. Funding, permohonan dana pendidikan, ini R&D and ICF akan dibuka mulai Januari. Ada dana baru pula. Ini kita tengok. Kalau benar-benar projek you ada buat macam itulah, macam US punya orang lah, fikir team. Selalunya dia orang work in a team. Kalau di US yang kejayaan dia orang semua memang dia most of them dia come up with a team. Go for this lah. Whatever fund to realize whatever ni. Dia ada apa? R&D fund and ICF. Itu dia punya ni. Ni dah itu ni Mosti ya, Mosti. Okey. Kemudian apa? Kemudian satu lagi apa dah? Yang belum pergi. MTDC ya. Okey, MTDC belum lagi kan? Saya mention MTDC, so we go to the MTDC pula. Okay, kita pergi ke MTDC. Kita visit MTDC punya lah. Pergi visit ke site MTDC. Alright. Okay. Tengok MTDC pula. Okay, MTDC punya website. Okay, mana MTDC? MTDC. Okay, semua nampak kan? MTDC.
Nampak.
MTDC ni, ni first question. Are you a technology-based SME? Sure lah kan. Do you have a viable blueprint plan? Blueprint atau business plan? Our much awaited mandate Monday pitching is back with more offering. You are welcome to pitch to our panel or experts. Okay, register pitching, kena pitching, and of course kalau ikut sini apa lagi? Dia punya ni lah, dia punya ada tak? MTDC, dia punya ni business dia ada apa? Technopreneur Training Center, Technical Center Business Funding. Ni business funding. Kalau kita gini business funding ni, business funding. Apa dia punya funding dia? Business funding, teknologi, dia ada teknologi director, teknologi venture division. Ni venture. Money is the lifeblood of business. Ni cerita tadi lah. Dia cerita money is the lifeblood of business, and we understand. That's why kita discuss this topic. And we understand the struggle of entrepreneur in skill fund. If your business is promoting a new technology, you are what when it has a fund for you, whether you are startup or on your own to public listing. Kalau startup ni learn more. Kalau dia yang growth tadi, stages growth lain pula kan. Itu crowdfunding lain. Sekarang startup, learn more. Funding for early stage business. Halal lain pula. Okay. Business startup for fun. Okay. Business startup fund, ada business startup fund is established to fund early stage technology based company. The fund incorporate elements of loan and equity. Loan ni debt lah ni. Loan, debt lah. Loan tu pinjaman, debt tu hutang. Loan tu hutang lah sebenarnya. Debt and equity. Offering company funding via convertible promissory notes ataupun preference share. Dia melalui share lah. Okay. Siapa? Early stage. Ni siapa yang layak, apa benda ni. Ni fund yang ada. Funding quantum bila, funding period dia. Funding quantum, funding period, funding instrument, processing fee. Berapa amount dia itu. Dia allow. Okay. Funding quantum, funding period, funding instrument, funding eligibility. Dia punya ni, eligibility. The company is cooperated. The company start funding. Dia bagi ni. Maximum of up to 5 million or 30% of the project. Ni tu kita kena tahu. So kita kena calculate betul the total cost kan. Tapi dia bagi sampai 90% of total project. Which is over low. Tinggi kan? Jadi maknanya kalau tengok sini, kewangan tu bukan masalah tau. The project itself, the viability of the project itself. Berapa lama ya? Funding period berapa lama dia fund? 6 to 5 years. 18 months. 18 bulan tak payah bayar apa period. And 5 years repayment. Funding instrument, dia cara lah. Cara dia. Processing fee, nak dapat berapa dia murah, tinggi 1,500 compare to the amount dia apply. Ni. Okay. Dia tunjuk dah. Yang dah dapat ni. Yang company kalau kita nak buka ni, detail ni kita boleh view. Company yang dah dapat projek ni. We are proud of the achievement of our company. Apa detail lah. Let's see, kita tengok macam ni. Ni company yang dapat dah. Yang dulu dah approve. Tak pernah dengar nama tapi of course lah. Ni company kan. But of course, kadang kita tak dengar tapi of course, dia company surviving. They have their own target market kan. Kita tahu kan, the business they have their own target market. Itu yang tu. Alright, so itu. Yang ni, ada lagi dia input. Maybe detail ni. Ni ada company. Sebenarnya tadi pun boleh boleh check company yang dah already get the facilities. Get benefit daripada ni. From MTDC. Okay, that is MTDC. Kita boleh buka lagi sebenarnya apa service dia, whatever tu, the more detail. Sekarang kita hanya fokus kepada funding. Okay, next one apa dah? Yang belum saya touch lagi, satu lagi apa? Lepas MTDC, MDEC. MDEC kan? Okay. Okay, MDEC lah. Sekejap saya kena tutup sekejap ni. Sekejap je. Sekejap. Sebab Sebab dia kacau. MDAC. Okay. Okay, MDAC. Okay, we go to MDAC lah. Okay. We go to MDAC. MDAC here. Representing. Share this MDAC. Okay. Okay, MDAC and the last one, MFCAT lah. At least kita berapa? Mana dah nampak? You dah nampak dah? Hello? Saya tak nampak. Ya. Ya.
Nampak MDAC.
Dah nampak dah? Dah? Okey, MDAC ni. MDAC ni, inilah dia punya ni. Tapi yang kita concern tadi dengan apa? Dengan financing dia, whatever. MDAC, okey. Leading meter. Ni MDAC ni. Creating opportunity, business, apa skim dia. Learn more what's happening. Industry. Mana dia punya funding ya? Dia punya funding. Digital funding, business, MSC, sector, people, business lah. Okay. Entrepreneur ni, SME. Bring in ada kira ni, memang selalu semua anda seluruh dunia saya setuju statement ni. SME, small and medium enterprises, are the key drivers of employment and economic growth of Malaysia and almost 99% of total business established in Malaysia. Imagine tiap-tiap 100 syarikat, 99 syarikat tu ialah SME. Imagine kalau dengan COVID ni 99 syarikat hancur, habis lah employment orang yang dalam 99 syarikat. Yang syarikat besar tak banyak. Yang banyaknya apa? SME. Itu daripada from entrepreneur lah. Daripada entrepreneur. So, ni dia cerita lah contribution how this apa dia punya ni. Okay, we talk about dia punya ni geran-geran ni, smart ni, whatever geran lah. You can check through, know about digital ni, digital through. Kalau entrepreneur, okay, entrepreneur, driving digital, area. Ni entrepreneur. Pasal some orders dia masuk dalam kategori entrepreneur lah. Ada dia punya ekosistem, whatever lah. Okay, ada fund. Global tech fund. Discover how we have funding those potential Malaysian unicorn in the making. Entrepreneur. Okay, that is MDAC. So the last one, ini kita talk about MFCAT. Satu dah, saya finish lah. MFCAT-nya. Malaysian Venture Capital Management Berhad lah. Malaysian Venture Capital Berhad. So, kita pergi ke sini dulu. Okay. Stop this one first. And then we go to this one, presenting lagi. Okay, the last one. There's another first agency we talk about is what? MFCAT. Nampak tak MFCAT? Ni.
Nampak?
Dia apa? Stand for what? Malaysian Venture Capital Management Berhad. The company. So, investing in tomorrow, Malaysia's largest technology venture capital. Malaysia's largest Silicon Valley, definitely they are company. So, they are involved in their technology sampai 2022. Build, grow and disrupt. Dia ada, we invest in ICT sector and other kita invest. Ni company ni kalau kita nak tengok lah yang dia dah get involved, dia invest. We have entrepreneur change the world. We have people are financial wizards. In short, our people are masters of their craft and we are great at helping others too. Latest news apa yang dia Malaysia Venture Capital Management Berhad daily. COVID induced demand spike boom adalah tu company. Kita buka. Okay. So I think with that there is apa? Ni lah yang ni should be the latest lah. Ni portfolio dia ni venture capital. What is venture capital? Ni apa dia? Ni portfolio dia yang dah invest dia lah. Dia dah invest portfolio dia tadi lah. Kita buka ada company-company kalau kita buka dia banyak lah. Ni company-company yang invest. Salah satu company ni mungkin yang company yang ex-student yang dulu. Yang kreatif dia come up. Maestro lah, apa-apalah. Pasal lah. All this creative should be ada elemen creativity because they're going to invest in just yang kreatif ni tu. High price lah, whatever. Ada banyak. Portfolio dia dah get involved of financing lah, provide assistance. Provide financial assistance. And these people maknanya tahu ambil opportunity lah. Naluri hidup, whatever. Kita buka banyak lah. Okay. So, with that, we end our topic lah on financing technology ventures. And hopefully kan, you already have prepare yourself lah, wide scope, wide knowledge, you expose yourself. Instead, mungkin kita ambil tahu, I know because you are in your area, you talk within your area lah. But of course, being entrepreneur, we have to another word kita kena peka lah, we have to be sensitive. Dia bukan pekak kan, peka, entrepreneur should be sensitive. To be in the know of whatever financing available. And if possible sebenarnya kalau we talk about financing, basic knowledge, if we can get free, of course we go and get free. Betul tak? Macam ni setengah bangsa kan, dia boleh dapat, kalau talk about perubatan, dia boleh dapat ubat free, dia pergi cari hospital kerajaan. If we can get free, go and get free. Atau even though it's very difficult, it's not that easy. Everything we want to get is not that easy. You have to go hard way. It's not that easy. But itu challenge lah. Itu the challenge. Of course lah, we want to get something better. But very, very basic concept when we talk about financing, kita managing finance organization dengan cara we have to get the financing, the right type of financing, and at a reasonable cost, if possible free cost, and invest it. Of course, people will value when they give you financing, they know that you're going to invest in something that can get more return. Okay, with that, I think it's already 1:08. Sudah banyak. I think I can end the sesi today lah. Okay, hopefully you learn finance today. The detail about apa aspek finance tu mungkin kita ada masa kita talk about. Tengok next week lah. Kalau kita perlukan macam mana to calculate whatever ni. So, okay, I think dah cukup masa. Hopefully you learn more today lah. Okay, group. Good luck everybody. That's all. And saya pun dah lama tak buka ni. Buka selalu kita buka lain, kita buka Netflix kan. Ada setengah tu lah. Apa in your area, definitely as a student you buka yang relevant. Okay, thank you everybody. That's all for today. See you next week.
Thank you, sir.
See you next year lah. Tahun depan lah. Tahun lagi lah jumpa. Right. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.